I think it's obvious to all of us that hobbits are really onto something when it comes to their lifestyle around food, which basically amounts to eating a wonderful meal every couple hours. And I'd imagine that such a lovely, cozy, delicious life would lead to a lovely, cozy, delicious kitchen style. This is a style that centers pleasure, fullness, and leisure, which is exactly what a kitchen should do, whether you're a Lord of the Rings fan or not. So today I'm going to give you a bunch of Hobbitcore kitchen ideas and inspiration that will help you make your kitchen more cozy, more cottagey, and more Shire chic, even if you live in a rental apartment. And as usual, all links will be in the description. And let's start with some cute little countertop storage items. Because if you do live in an apartment, your kitchen decor is pretty much limited to what you can do on your counters. You can't replace your cabinets or your backsplash. You can't renovate. So your kitchen styling will largely hinge on what you put on your counters, among other things, which we'll get to. But this is an important one because not only do your countertop pieces carry a lot of the visual weight, but they can also be a storage opportunity. It's the perfect cross-section of form and function in a small apartment kitchen. So little containers and canisters like these will go a long way. And in my opinion, these look like things you'd find in a hobbit's kitchen, or at least in a feminine hobbit's kitchen. There are a decent amount of florals here, which you don't really see represented in Bilbo's kitchen, at least as it's depicted in the movies. But honestly, I'm interested in what a female hobbit's design perspective would look like. A woman's perspective is one thing the story is lacking, you have to admit. So, Rosie Cotton, let's see what you got. These just bring a nice, wholesome, cottagecore vibe that would bring some character to even the most modern of kitchens, which is what I have, by the way. And I'm doing everything in my power to combat its landlord special McApartment energy. Still in the process of that. Stay tuned. Just think of pretty jars and containers like these as little pops of Hobbitcore that you can also put things in. Utensils, coffee, pipeweed. These would be great for hiding your pipeweed. And then baskets and a bread box like this are some more options for hobbity countertop storage. I realized that this particular bread box would be pretty massive for a small kitchen with limited counter space. But think of it this way. You can store all kinds of small kitchen odds and ends in something like this. It doesn't have to be bread. So it would just offer another way to hide some of the less attractive kitchen items while still keeping them accessible. And then little baskets are, of course, peak Hobbitcore. Kind of an essential. I feel like they're just always there in the background as part of the set design of the movies. And you can put fruit, vegetables, dish towels, utensils, flowers, all kinds of kitchen tools or purely decorative things in them. They just bring an instant earthy cottage vibe. And again, if you have limited counter space, hanging baskets like these would be another option if you have the wall space. And then spice storage is another opportunity for a touch of Hobbitcore if you have the counter space, or wall space if you'd want to hang one. I just love exposed spices in cute little old-timey bottles, enclosed in antique wood, arranged alphabetically perhaps, up to you. Something like this would just add some vintage charm to your kitchen, and again, it just looks like something a hobbit would have. I've said it before and I will say it again. When doing a fantasy style like this, which is inherently story and character driven, get in character. In this case, think like a hobbit. What would a hobbit do? What would a hobbit like? What's your hobbit motivation? I fear this is just gonna be the kind of advice you get from a recovering theater kid interior design YouTuber. But you know what? What is interior design if not theater? Play the role of a hobbit and you'll end up decorating like a hobbit. So that's pretty much what I have to say about spice racks. Let's move on to wall decor. When I think of a Hobbit kitchen, my mind immediately goes to dried flower hangings. Same thing with styles like cottagecore and witchy aesthetics. There's just something about these that conjures up an image of fairy tale cottage life. And Bilbo does have dried flower hangings in his kitchen, so really there's no question about authenticity here. This is literally something hobbits do. It's not up to me. So these would be perfect if you want to add a dash of Hobbitcore or any fantasy cottage aesthetic to your kitchen. And for a more obvious, literal dash of Hobbitcore, this wreath is perfect for a Lord of the Rings fan who wants to give a clear nod to the movies. Would an actual Hobbit hang this in their kitchen? Probably not. I mean, imagine hanging a piece of wall art that looks just like the door to your home. Yes, it'd be silly, but while I encourage us to play the role of a hobbit to achieve this look, I'm not under the delusion that we are actual hobbits. We are humans, and a lot of us are fans who like to display a piece of fandom. And when a piece of fandom happens to be a pretty floral wreath, you can't go wrong, aesthetically speaking. Continuing with florals, we have some more ways to display or depict flowers. Like this candle holder has a depiction of a flower, with the candle acting as a kind of stem. Isn't that cute and poetic? It's like it represents the flame that burns within all of nature, but we humans exploit its light and warmth for our own gain, and the candle burns down, a clock ticking down to our self-imposed destruction as nature laughs at the hubris of man, because once we're nothing but melted wax, she will still be here. That's the poetry I see in this piece of ceramic. And then some pressed flower pieces like these would also be a nice little touch. And if you don't have the wall space, you could just lean them on your countertop and cluster them with other styling pieces. Or hang them with a window as sun catchers. Doesn't that seem like something a cute girly pop hobbit would do? And don't you think she'd also pick wildflowers and display them in a linen gingham flower bag like this? Hobbits were made for frolicking in fields of flowers, in my opinion. That might not be canon to the Lord of the Rings lore, but still. How do you think they burn off the 7 meals they eat in a day? Frolicking. Probably. Speaking of Hobbit meals, I would imagine that proudly hanging or leaning the Hobbit meal schedule would also be something a Hobbit would do. This is the backbone of Hobbit culture. And honestly, as diet culture and the glorification of frail women ravages social media in a way that would even make the early 2000s blush, we can all take a cue from this lifestyle of shamelessly enjoying food multiple times per day. And to help us enjoy our meals and kitchen-centered activities, we need some functional kitchen things, kitchen tools, mugs, and glasses. These are obviously more Lord of the Rings fandom-oriented, with the Hobbit door mug and the glasses with Elvish script. But like I said earlier, little moments of fandom are a good thing, and great conversation starters when you have guests over. Is there anything better than discovering a fellow fan of something? Having a friend over and handing them a Hobbit door mug could spark that discovery. Then let the nerding out commence. And then a pretty teapot would be another way to add that girly Hobbit touch we're going for. I realize Hobbits are a very practical people, but like I said, I'm keeping a feminine perspective in mind here. Just let me write my Rosie Cotton fanfiction, okay? And I mean, a cute teapot is a cute teapot no matter what style you're doing. These would just look beautiful in any style of kitchen, whether you're a hobbit or not. Then we have a couple cutting board options, which are both practical and cute. I love a good displayed cutting board moment in a kitchen. I've been using this cutting board of mine as basically a piece of art in every one of my kitchens for the past several years. Do I actually use it as a cutting board? Goodness no. but these ones look very usable as well as decorative. The more wood you can incorporate into your kitchen decor, the better when it comes to Hobbitcore. And cutting boards like these is a great way to do it. Same idea with these measuring cups. You could keep these on your counter as woodsy, cottagey decor, and then also use them if you want. Again, pretty and practical. And then there's this butter dish. Need I say more here? It speaks for itself, and it's begging to be in a Hobbitcore kitchen, obviously. Then we have some decorative accents. You know, just some little touches to round things out. Drawer pulls are very much on my mind personally because I want to get some for my kitchen. They're such a great way to fight against the generic landlord special vibes in a rental apartment kitchen. And even though they're small, they make a big impact in terms of adding character to the cabinets. And these ones in particular are just perfect for Hobbitcore. And then an oven skirt is another way to bring a modern kitchen down to earth to a more cottagey place, and would also bring a softness to an otherwise austere modern kitchen. They kind of look like Hobbit skirts, right? And then the way you dress your windows is another opportunity to bring Hobbitcore into your kitchen. Continuing with the kind of Hobbit skirt vibes, cafe curtains like these would look so pretty, especially with the way the light filters through them. They'd really set the tone of this style for an entire kitchen. And then I suggested this in my last Hobbitcore video, but it definitely bears repeating. A lattice window film like this would be a way to mimic Hobbit window design, if you have windows in your kitchen, that is. And then we have some miscellaneous decorative accents, like an old-timey iron candlestick holder that definitely looks like something a Hobbit would have a few of throughout their home. And then I thought these little fridge magnets were really cute. A bit on the kitschy side, but a fun way to do something a little playful with your fridge. And then my fellow shorties will understand the need for a stool in a kitchen. I may not be as short as a Hobbit, but being just under 5'3", sometimes I need a little boost to reach the higher shelves, you know? And if you're gonna have a stool lying around, it might as well be pretty. This one is gorgeous and would bring in a little vintage touch that also looks like it would fit right in with a Hobbit's kitchen. Overall, when shopping for Hobbitcore decorative accents, look out for antiques, cottagey things, even some playful things, and just little ways to bring some vintage character into your kitchen. So those were the kitchen things I found. Now let's see what a Hobbitcore kitchen can look like in real life from some creators who have done it beautifully. I mean, look at Brook and Bramble Farm's kitchen. This really is what a kitchen can look like when you embrace Hobbitcore. Now, I realize the kitchen she's working with already lends itself to this style. It's not even close to what a modern apartment kitchen looks like. But looking beyond that, see all the little touches she's added that fit into the Hobbitcore aesthetic. The hanging flowers, the iron candlestick holders, the wicker baskets, the overall vintage charm. It's all here, and you can incorporate these elements in any kitchen. I mean, I'm under no delusion that my kitchen could ever look like this. The bones are just not there. But I can flesh out this modern builder-grade skeleton with some character. I refuse to take this lying down. I will work with what I got and make it better. And by observing a beautiful Hobbit-y kitchen like Brook and Bramble Farms, we can get ideas for how we can take elements of this beauty and interpret them in ways that fit our own kitchens. So give Brook and Bramble Farm a follow on Instagram. Her home looks like a fairy tale, and I know you'll love it. And then Dwelling Small has a really enchanting, more moody take on Hobbitcore. And compared to Brook and Bramble Farm, this kitchen actually feels a lot more attainable. It's super cute, but a lot more kitchens out there look like this. So it shows you really can achieve a Hobbitcore look in a more normal kitchen. Like, Dwelling Small is proof that you don't have to live in a fairy tale cottage to do this. And I just love the moody, romantic quality here, and the little pockets of glow throughout the space. This is Rosie Cotton after hours, baby. It's a wholesome yet sexy kitchen. And even in the daylight, there's definitely a mood going on here. It's that lived-in kitchen vibe that feels layered, cozy, and well-loved. Dwelling Small's kitchen just makes you feel things. And frankly, anyone who takes the time to demonstrate step-by-step how she uses her real-life home to inspire her decorating process in World of Warcraft is someone who is worth following in my book. So definitely check out her Instagram. And then there's my Cambridge fairy tale, who is forever in her Hobbit era, as she puts it. This certainly does feel like a fairy tale. And there's a lightness and optimism to this kitchen, don't you think? Like, Dwelling Small's kitchen made me feel sexy, and my Cambridge fairy tale's kitchen just makes me feel like everything's going to be okay. And don't you think it looks like if Lord of the Rings were a Nancy Meyers movie? A rom-com where two gay hobbits set out on a fabulous adventure, make a bunch of hot friends, and sizzle with will they won't they tension the whole time. Actually, I guess I'm just describing the regular plot of the movies. Anyway, my Cambridge fairy tale space has this sense of optimistic romance to it. It's like a good mood in kitchen form, and really embodies what Hobbitcore is all about. Pleasure, good food, and romanticizing the simple things. So check out her Instagram for not only Hobbitcore inspiration, but just for a good mood boost. So those were some Hobbitcore kitchen decor ideas, as well as some beautiful visual inspiration. Let me know in the comments, do you do any Hobbitcore things in your kitchen or in your home in general? If so, let me know what they are, and let me know if you think I missed any. At the end of the day, this is all about enjoying life, enjoying food many times per day. And if you love fantasy aesthetics, then I definitely recommend you watch this playlist of mine. It has all of the fantasy aesthetics I've covered, like elfcore, goblincore, fairycore, all kinds of fantasies will be found in this playlist and will give you tons of inspiration. Also, in case you don't already know, I have started going live every other Sunday. So basically the Sundays that I don't post a regular video, I go live on YouTube. Last time I watched and reacted to Lily Allen and David Harbour's Architectural Digest home tour and spilled some tea about the drama that happened there. So you can watch that in the live tab in YouTube. I'll also be posting an edited down replay of it if you want to wait for that. But I just wanted to make it known that I've started doing this, and I would love for you to join me. It's a very cozy, lovely, way to spend a Sunday morning / afternoon. My next one will be next Sunday. So I hope to see you there, and until then, Hilo and I are saying goodbye. Yeah. Yes. That's right.